I'm hoping that CC isn't discouraged by the first set in sumo, and instead he's motivated, and it kind of focuses him instead of leaving him upset or salty in any way.
All right, looks like both guys are ready. Let's jump into the match.
All right, here we go. So CC is a friend, so of course I'm rooting for him. I want to see him win, but good luck to both teams. And you know, the last time we saw Arcturus play, he played really solidly. So it's going to be interesting to see how CC kind of adapts to what he's already seen of Arcturus playing, and vice versa.
And sadly, I have short-term memory, so I know we remember CC's deck quite well, but I have no idea what Arcturus is playing, other than the Hog.
Yeah, so like most of the NLA players in this tournament, you know, he's rocking the Hog, and he has a more of aggressive play style. So that's kind of what was CC's downfall against Silver, was that Silver was a little more aggressive. So I'm hoping that CC takes what he saw in that game and he kind of adapts to it here.
And keep in mind that players are actually not allowed to change the decks during this tournament, during day one anyways. So I'm not sure if the players actually pay attention to what the other players are playing. I would presume so that, you know, the players have been doing their homework. So in that case, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they counter each other's decks.
So both players are playing really solidly here. The only damage we've actually seen is from Princess, right? So the Hog hasn't been able to make it through, and the Royal Giant hasn't been able to make it through and do the damage. So both players are defending excellently.
So let's see what CC can do here. He's still got two cards that he hasn't played. Again, my memory is bad, so I can't remember what they are. I mean, I'm guessing one of them is Rocket, right?
Yep. So we got Rocket, and I've also forgotten the other card.
Oh, here we go. He went for the aggressive Rocket to hit the Tower and Princess. And Arcturus Light smells an opportunity, so he sends a Hog right in.
Yep, so he does get in with that Hog and do plenty of damage. I suspect CC's going to drop his Royal Giant behind these barbs to kind of push out a little damage if he can. Or not. It looks like he's going to play it slow instead. So CC maybe... so it looks like he's going to slow roll, and I think he may be hoping to you know, push out a win with a Rocket and a little bit of Royal Giant damage.
But the Princess is definitely giving CC fits. And I think the trouble is he doesn't have a melee card other than Barbarians that can take out the Princess up close.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cheap answer to Princess. You know, so any answer he uses to deal with her is add an Elixir disadvantage if it's not a Rocket into the tower like that.
Yeah, it might have been a mistake for him to not to have a cheaper spell like Arrows or even Fireball on this matter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can bring this back. You know, Arcturus doesn't have any direct damage spells outside of like Arrows and Zap. So if CC can kind of get his defense together, he may be able to bring this back.
So it looks like this one's going to overtime. Arcturus Light in a very good position right now. And he's got the arrows to counter the minion hordes. So CC right now, I would think he's struggling to find ways to build up his offense and to finish Arcturus Light off without taking damage himself.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him. He's going to need an incredible first push so that he can, you know, take this game. He needs to get damage in with Royal Giant so that he can rocket him out of the game.
Well, alternatively, I don't know if you know, a tie is possible, even though it's a 3-minute overtime. But you know, maybe he just wants to play for a tie and
that's true.
You know,
I mean,
the heck out of it.
As unlikely as it seems, a tie could happen because, again, Arcturus doesn't have the damage. And he isn't trying to cycle him out with arrows. So it's possible. CC gets an amazing arrow off there, though, and he takes out the Princess. Both Princesses there.
Oh, CC rocketing the minion horde and the Hog Rider. It was interesting. CC held onto the arrows until the very end. So you know, I can't remember what happened during the beginning of the match, but it's kind of interesting that he didn't play that earlier.
So CC has totally turned the game around from the beginning how he was playing, and he's now playing much more defensively and kind of defending each Hog push, and that's what he needs to do. Unfortunately, I think he may have started doing it too late. I think at this point he's trying to push into overtime. The Princess is going to get a little bit of damage in, and it's really not going to take much on Arcturus' side to kind of turn this game around.
So 1.5 minutes left. The Royal Giant proving to be a bit of a disappointment, and CC pops down the Inferno Tower just for extra defense.
Okay, so he needs to use his arrows here to defend his Royal Giant. But he
looks
is
like
getting
Royal
some good
Giant's gonna
damage
get
in
some
here.
tokens.
That may have been the damage he needed to actually take this game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but CC may actually win this game now.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Princess is still giving CC fits. Oh, arrows by Arcturus light, but that's not going to do much against Barbs and the Royal Giant.
Yeah, so CC needs to save those arrows for Minion Horde, but at this point, he's so close to being able to, he can just rock it. That's it.
Oh
That's
no!
it. He's got it. He's
Wow!
got it. He
Amazing
doesn't have it.
comeback.
Arcturus gets a zap at the last second. I didn't see it coming at all. It looked like CC won the game. Oh my goodness. That was the closest game we've seen in the tournament so far.
Oh wow! Wow! That was a really replay worthy match there. I didn't
Wow.
see that coming.
I thought for sure CC had brought the game back, and Arcturus saves his zap and brilliantly finishes the game an instant before the rocket hits him.
That was an amazing finish. So well played, Arcturus, proving to be a formidable player that up to this point people have not really heard of. But amazing. All right, we got Jason joining the stream. What's up, Jason?
Incredible play. Wow.
Hey, Jason, you just missed a really good match. But yeah, but well, I mean, I feel bad for CC. That's two tough losses against two very tough opponents. But yeah, well played, CC. I'm sure he's just yeah. Don't wreck your iPad, CC. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think CC can even be mad about that game because it was incredibly